have said with some context. So what happened was they'd shared some specific comments with their dad, Luke, when they were seeing him for family time. And then Araceli, the social worker, went back to speak to them. So we had some more context around that. What I want to say at the outset is, regardless of what you do with this information, I really acknowledge that this is not going to be easy listening, and it's not something that we would condone children experience from their foster carers.
Okay. Right.
I'm just saying that on a human level, as a mother, I wouldn't want to be hearing this either.
No.
So, Imogen shared that Tina had shouted at her for having a banana on toast for breakfast on one occasion. So apparently Tina had put aside this banana for another young person that was in her care at the time, and had shouted at Imogen for having that banana in the context of going to school morning routine. She said she got into trouble when they were when she took the banana for breakfast, and that she'd saved it for the other child. I think it's a younger child as well, like a toddler. So that was one complaint. The second one happened about 4 months ago from the time she reported this, was when Tina had thrown a watch down the stairs. So Imogen heard, I think she'd had a smartwatch for birthday, Christmas, and she'd been given a charger from Luke and Helen, which she really liked. She'd worn it all the time. She'd been told she wasn't allowed to charge it in her bedroom, and she'd broke the rules because it was charged in her bedroom on this occasion. Tina got cross, found this and threw the charger out the window whilst it was raining. There was then an argument between Tina and Imogen, and then Tina threw the watch through the stairs, but there was no damage done. There was another scenario reported about 3 or 4 months ago, again when Imogen and Tina were arguing about something. Temperance also confirmed this. Tina had ended the argument saying, "Imogen, you can pack your shit and leave." Imogen said that Tina was very explosive and would sometimes go ballistic. Both girls had mentioned this, and what they meant by is that Tina would be more strict and more shouty, not letting them do what they want. The next comment was, she said, so this is, Tina had shouted to Imogen something. Temperance had said that Tina and Imogen are always arguing and hates each other. Tina said to Imogen, "I hate you." Imogen went to Donald and told him what happened. Donald advised Imogen to ignore Tina, and then the next day Tina apologised to Imogen for saying that. So the issue is there that she said that she hated her. The other comment was that Tina believes her daughter over Temperance and Imogen. For example, that she's allowed to bend the rules much more than they are, and that when their daughter does break the rules, quite often Imogen and Temperance will take the blame. There was another incident where Tina slammed the bedroom door and then blamed it on Imogen to Donald. So Tina and Imogen were arguing again. Tina had slammed the door and told Donald that it was Imogen. Imogen had said that the arguments were a daily thing in the house. This is quite a shouty house, and Temperance had also confirmed that. They both said that Tina shouts a lot in the morning routines, and there's lots of shouting. There was another scenario where both Imogen and Temperance said that Tina wouldn't buy them some new tights when they've got holes in. So this is about 3 or 4 months ago. And Luke said that their tights have holes in, and they said this to Tina, that she'd refused to get them new ones. Tina said that they broke them, that they should wear them. Luke advised them to ask Donald for some tights, and they did, and then Donald got them the new tights, which they were really happy with. Imogen had shared that Tina wouldn't let her have a shower. Donald has a shower every day, sometimes twice. The reason she gave for not having a shower by Tina was that there was not enough hot water. She said, I can't have one every day when I ask. Imogen said that she's not allowed to have a shower when she feels dirty or sweaty or feels she needs it. She and Tempe have a shower bath every other day, but she said everyone else has a shower every day. Even their daughter can have a shower when she asks for it. Everybody in the house has different rules, them around the shower. And the other thing she shared was sometimes Tina looks in her bag and takes things out, and then she has to run and get it. So it's quite hard to unpick a little bit, but in the last month or two, Imogen mentioned that sometimes Tina goes in her bag and takes things out for unknown reasons. One day in school, Imogen was missing her pencil case, and when she got back home, Tina had said that she'd taken it out. No particular reason was given. Tina has said that Imogen had been stealing things, but Imogen's denied that. Tina had reported £2 that Imogen had taken when she went into care, and Tina had said that she'd call the police, but she never did. Nothing else had been reported since that. So those are the comments that they have shared with Luke, and then Araceli's gone through it. In context to that, they also shared some information or some concerns about another child that Tina and Donald care for, and that is what triggered also an additional investigation. So what I can't fully share is with you details about that child for obvious reasons, but what I can share with you is the nature of what those worries were. So there were 3 significant allegations that occurred over the course of a month. So Imogen had reported that she'd seen Tina slap this young child on the arm when he threw some food, but it wasn't hard. Temperance had also witnessed this incident and also reported that Tina had sat this young child on the back, making him cry after she found him messing with his food. And there's a third one where a few weeks later, they witnessed Tina become angry with this young child and put him on the floor and somehow pushed him with the chair, which left him crying. Now, that in itself, because there are significant concerns, warranted a LADO investigation for that child. And that LADO investigation took some time, but also considered what Imogen and Temperance shared. Now, the LADO investigation is something that happens when you have a professional where there's an allegation of harm. So it's like having a designated officer of a local authority where there's an investigation into somebody who works for a local authority or professional body in that local authority's area. So that investigation took time, and the outcome of that meant some further investigations for that child. But regarding Temperance and Imogen, because the issues raised by Temperance and Imogen are around standards of care, that warranted an internal investigation by the fostering agency. And then the Lado investigation concluded the outcome of that, as well as the standards of care issue. So it's a bit confusing, but the Lado wouldn't have happened just on the basis of Temperance and Imogen's concerns. It was due to the other words about the other child that happened. Does that make sense?
Has any of this been reported to the police?
No, that's not standard practice.
So are we saying we don't believe that any of this is of a criminal nature? It's just of a domestic or civil?
Considered standards of care for Temperance and Imogen, because it's about the care of the foster carer towards the child. So it's not considered significantly, that threshold.
No, but everybody needs to be protected by the law. No one's above the law. And if a crime has taken place, it's my duty under child protection to also report it at my end. So if I'm now being told a child has suffered an act of a criminal nature, I don't have a choice. I have to report it through my own.
Yes, but it's already
channels.
been reported to the social services, so they will have done their own investigations and checks with police. That's all done as part of that process with the local authority.
All right, so have they concluded?
That would have triggered a safeguarding procedure for that child.
I know, but they're already in safeguarding and it's failed. That's the problem.
No. You don't know the circumstances of the other child. Not a Bristol child.
But this is a court order, has ordered the safety, supposedly, of these children. And for them to be placed with reliable carers in the institution based on a court order, if that has failed, this needs to get back to court, this needs to be reported, and this needs to be independently investigated, which is one of the things that we have started to do this year. So has it all been concluded?
Well, that's for you to take forward. I mean, we have followed the procedures within what we would do in this scenario.
Okay. So has it been concluded now? You guys have finished all
the
the...
Lado concluded their investigation, and basically the outcome of that was, so I'll read it to you.
Okay.
So the standards of care assessment concluded that these allegations were unsubstantiated because there was insufficient evidence. However, the concerns raised by the girls about how Tina looked after them led to recommendations of additional training and support for the couple. Tina and Donald categorically denied the allegations made against them. Whilst the allegations made by Temperance and Imogen are serious, there does not appear to be any evidence to support what they've said. Under the circumstances, they have concluded the Lado process should be that the allegations were unsubstantiated, which merely means there was insufficient evidence to prove or disprove, but that isn't to say it didn't happen. So that's the difficulty in terms of the evidence, because obviously it's different versions.
So that would mean, basically, generally, that the children will continue, if it was left to be that way by the carers, in the same placement with the same carers.
No, they wouldn't. That decision was made that they wouldn't go back due to those concerns.
So the children have not gone back to the carers?
No.
So where are they now?
They are with their dad. The reunification process was brought forward by a couple of months.
Was that approved by the court?
Well, it was part of the children's care plan anyway, reunification, so it doesn't have to be approved by the courts. The reunification was recommended in the final hearing with the judge's verdict.
To go to the father?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so the children didn't go back there. They were already spending time with their dad because it was February half term. They were already progressing the family time with prolonged stays with him.
All right. So, is there anything else on the report for today?
I mean, there's nothing I haven't shared with you. I've given you
Okay.
everything that I'm able to give you.
All right. So, when would it be possible to have that report or that conclusion and all this stuff you've just explained?
This week should be quite quick. I'm trying to get that done today for you.
Okay. All right. So, if you're able to send all of that to her, and then obviously we will have a chat, and then we can take it from there. And there's nothing else I could say today, and I think we will just wait to have that in writing. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Before we do anything else?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah. Laura, is there anything else you need from me today? Okay. All right.
Okay, so basically our response is we're not giving any response to what has been said today for the record until we get it in writing and we can advise Laura. Okay.
That's absolutely fine. Our job is to share the information with you, but also to acknowledge it's not okay. We don't want that for our children.
Sure.
We're not saying that's okay either.
No. All right. So we'll advise her, and then hopefully we'll hear from us, and whoever else needs to hear from us, I'm sure they will. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for talking to us today. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay.